everybody, welcome to another YouTube video, and I'm going to be recording my next CD collection video, and it's probably been about a long time actually since I've done a CD collection video since I made my return to the channel. It's been quite a few months or so, but I'm back on the channel and I will be doing certain videos on the channel. I've done returned already to this channel, so yeah, here's my next video since my return. So yeah, welcome to my June 2019 CD collection. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with my first pick to talk about. Alright, my first pick to talk about is Children of Bodom's album Hate Crew Death Roll, and this album, I heard a little bit of it on not Amazon Music, but I don't even have Amazon Music anymore. I listened to a little bit of this album on Apple Music, and instead of being more of like melodic death metal, because that's what genre this band is, but this album sounds a little bit more thrashy when it comes to this album. So yeah, this album, it's not bad or nothing, it's just more thrashy sounding than the rest of their albums, if you guys know what I mean. But is this their best album? I wouldn't say it is, but it's still pretty good, and I definitely need to get more Children of Bodom albums, because this is my very first album that I bought from the band Children of Bodom. Alright. Next up is the new album by Motionless in White, their album Disguise, and I know this album hasn't been out very long, but it's already a favorite of mine of 2019, even though it hasn't been out long. It's already a favorite of mine for 2019. Really great album, and y'all should definitely check it out. Even if you're not into that band, you definitely should check out that album because it's really, really good. Alright, next up is Motionless in White's debut album, Creatures, in which sometime I will give a review of this album, probably on this channel. But yeah, Creatures, it is their debut album. I know they put out some EPs before this album even came out, but this album is probably their heaviest album to date because it's basically their only album to have full metalcore songs on it, because since then, Motionless in White has changed their sound to more of like metalcore, industrial metal, somewhere around that range, if you guys know what I mean. But yeah, they're still a great band though. Alright, next up is The World is a Thorn by Demon Hunter, and some people, they probably may not like this Demon Hunter album as much as others, but I respect their opinion. But this album, in my opinion, it's really, really good, and I finally get to get it because I've been wanting this album for a while now, so yeah. And the same goes for Creatures by Motionless in White. So yeah, I've been wanting this album for such a long time, and it's a really great album, and it's the standard edition. And when I got it in the mail, when it was wrapped up in plastic, because it was brand new when I got it on Amazon, it had the sticker here in plastic, so when I opened it up, I put the sticker on the jewel case, because the album booklet itself on the front of the album cover doesn't show it, it just shows the thing like this right here. Yeah, that's the album booklet. Or, yeah, hold on guys, I'll show you. It's actually a poster if you do it like this. Hold on guys, it'll take a minute. See, that's the actual poster. So yeah, that's what it looks like without being inside the jewel case. Really cool. But yeah, The World is a Thorn. It probably isn't Demon Hunter's best album. I can definitely agree to an extent with that, but it's still a great album, and I definitely enjoy it every time I hear it. Collapsing is definitely a favorite of mine from this album, by the way. And I apologize guys for bending down so much, because I just gotta put the CDs down after I talk about it. Alright, next one is Korn 3, Remember Who You Are. And honestly, this is my least favorite Korn album that I ever bought. And also it is the special edition because it's got the little girl on the special edition of the album, while the original edition of the album cover looks like this part right here. That's the original artwork, but since this has the little girl on it, it's the special edition, and it even says it right here on the bottom. Special edition. But yeah, this is definitely my least favorite Korn album that I ever bought, but it's not the worst thing ever, but it's just, I'd probably say it's Korn's worst album that they ever put out, honestly. It does have some good songs, but honestly, it's the worst Korn album that they ever put out, in my opinion. And many people would probably agree with me. Alright, next up is Cryptic Writings by Megadeth, and I just want to wish Dave Mustaine a very speedy and great recovery from his cancer, because recently he was diagnosed with throat cancer, so I hope Dave Mustaine will get better soon. And Cryptic Writings, it's not my favorite Megadeth album, but it is still really, really good, and it came out about 3 days after my birthday in 1997, so I was only about 3 days old back then when Cryptic Writings by Megadeth came out, so I was about 3 years old back then. I mean, not 3 years old, I meant 3 days old. Sorry, guys. Talk way too fast, I didn't mean to say that. I was only 3 days old when Cryptic Writings came out, my bad. Alright, next up is an album that was suggested by Adam Walker. Many of y'all probably don't know who Adam Walker is, but he's a really great YouTuber. He talks about music a lot. He does a new series called Album of the Week. He just does music types of videos where he talks about music and stuff. It's really awesome. His channel is awesome, and I definitely recommend y'all to subscribe to his channel. And if y'all can't find it, I'll definitely leave a link to his channel when I upload this video. But yeah, this album is This Could Be Heartbreak by the Amity Affliction, and I know last time when I had a CD collection video on one of my channels here on YouTube, I said their 2014 album was definitely their heaviest, and it was their heaviest in a while, but this album actually has heavy songs as well. This album is This Could Be Heartbreak by the Amity Affliction, and it does have some heavier songs. It might have some softer songs, and it also has a heavier side to the album. So there's basically a mixture of everything within this album. Softer songs and heavier songs. It's really cool. Really great album, and y'all definitely should check it out. And thank you, Adam Walker, for recommending me to get that, because it's a really great album. Alright, this next one might be a shocker, but this next album is the first album that I ever bought from the band, and it is Phantom Anthem by Christian metalcore band August Burns Red, and it's their latest studio album, which came out in 2017, and I think this is a really great album to be my first ever August Burns Red album. I mean, it probably isn't their best vocally or whatever, you know, but it's still a great album, and y'all definitely should check it out. And I do plan on getting more albums from August Burns Red in the soon future. Alright, next 3 albums are by the same band, so let's go ahead and talk about this album. And then this is an album I've definitely been wanting to get for hell of a long time, and it is Fear of the Dark by Iron Maiden. Got it on Amazon, and I kind of wish it was in the paper or digipack case, but it is what it is. It's in the jewel case, but it doesn't matter, you know, because I'm usually careful with my CDs. But sometimes when you get CDs in the mail from Amazon, they usually got cracks on them. Why? I don't know. I guess it's just how they get carried through the mail or something. I don't know. It's just a weird thing to talk about, or not weird thing to talk about, but it's hard to explain. Or, well, it's not really hard to explain, but it's just ridiculous when you get CDs in the mail from either eBay, Amazon, or some other company that sells CDs online, and they get cracked when you get them in the mail and open them, and they're cracked on the front or the back. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, Fear the Dark. I know many people complain and say this is definitely one of Iron Maiden's worst or weakest albums to date. Well, not really weakest, but I hear people that like Iron Maiden, I hear them saying that Fear the Dark is definitely one of their worst albums that they ever put out, but I don't really agree with that, because Wasting Love, that is definitely a song that is very underrated, because every greatest hits album or whatever that Iron Maiden put out, Wasting Love never appeared on a greatest hits album from Iron Maiden. I don't know why, because it's a very beautiful ballad and definitely one of the best songs in metal history in my opinion. But yeah, that's such an underrated song by Iron Maiden, at least in my opinion it is. But yeah, Fear the Dark and Wasting Love are definitely my two favorite songs from the Fear the Dark album by Iron Maiden, but still, this is a great album though in my opinion. Probably not my favorite, but I still enjoy it. Alright, next up is Iron Maiden's album No Prayer for the Dying, and also this is another 90s album that people say is definitely one of Maiden's worst albums when it comes to their older material, but I would definitely agree that I say this isn't Maiden's best album. Fear the Dark is even better than this album in my opinion, but this is still a good album though. Definitely not their best, I definitely agree with that, but I probably wouldn't say it's their worst neither though, because they probably have albums worse than that. Especially Virtual 11 with vocalist Blaze Bailey or whatever his name was. I haven't really heard Virtual 11 all the way through, but I did hear a little bit of it before when I had Amazon Music, and I just couldn't really get into the album that much. But yeah, No Prayer for the Dying is better than Virtual 11, that's for damn sure. Alright, next up is a classic Iron Maiden album. Well, all my Iron Maiden albums that I have are classics in their own right, or in their own way, but next up is definitely some people's favorite Iron Maiden album of all time, and that is Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. And this is a really great album. When I first tried to check out this album, I really couldn't get into it, but when I heard it all the way through for the very first time, I loved it. So yeah, this is a really great album. Seventh Son of a Seventh Son by Iron Maiden. Definitely a classic, and I definitely can see why when people rank Iron Maiden albums, they usually put this album as their favorite, and I can definitely see why, because it is a great album. Definitely recommended. Alright, next up is the new Death Angel album called Humanicide, and I definitely recommend Death Angel, especially their newer stuff, because I tried to listen to a little bit of Death Angel's older stuff, and it was alright, but I think as time goes on, and the more albums that they release, I feel like Death Angel gets better with their newer albums than their older albums, if you guys know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, Humanicide, it's the second album of Death Angel that I ever bought, their first being their 2016 album, The Evil Divide. But yeah, this album is really good as well, and it's in the Digipack, a Digipack version, and it contains a bonus track which is called The Day I Walked Away. So yeah, this is the Digipack and bonus tracks version of the album, and honestly, Humanicide, it's an amazing album. I definitely really like it. And the last album for my June 2019 CD collection is the remastered version of Pleasure to Kill by German thrash metal band Creator. But other than that, y'all, this is all I have for y'all for this video, and if you guys enjoyed it, please smash like. But yeah, Pleasure to Kill is an awesome album, and it's another one that I've been wanting to get for a while, and the record store finally got it in. So yeah, finally got it. But other than that, y'all have a great day. God bless y'all, and hope you guys enjoy my collection. Tell me what you think about it. Do you like these albums, or do you dislike them? Either way, I respect your opinion. But other than that, hit like, and I will see y'all next time. And please subscribe, definitely, because I will have great videos coming from this channel very, very soon. But other than that, y'all, peace.